So yes, so hope everyone is all feeling all okay. Yes, it's Friday, Fun Time Friday. So yes, it should be pretty good. Yes, just go now, so just see what happens, see what everyone's here or not here. And then we will crack on with everything. Yes, Friday afternoon, everyone's looking forward to the weekend. Restrictions are being eased, seems to be, so things are steadily getting back to normal. So yeah, and hopefully we'll get cracking on now. Or it just might be just me and Andrew. The one training hand. Who could have thought that? Oh. Hi for Craig's dad. Hey, Phil's watching. What's happening? I've done that again, look. I've touched the camera again. Oh man. Oh, there we go. We're all back to normal. So yes, everyone's here. Well, I say everyone's here. It's all three's here. Nice little Friday afternoon. The committed. That's what we like. The committed food. They're into here. Yes. So let's get into it. It's Friday, so we're going to stick to a normal regime today, which is 30 seconds of activity, 30 seconds rest, and we've got 10 exercises to get through, and we'll have 2 minutes rest at the end of those 10, and then we'll repeat that 10 then straight after that. So yeah, if you've got any issues at all, guys, is there anything that we need to know of? So if you've got any shoulder problems or knees, please let us know, obviously in the comments, and then we can obviously put a little bit of alternatives in there for you, just to make sure everything's okay. And obviously, as we keep on saying, go at your own pace. If you do happen to feel anything, if you do happen to feel any joint pain or any pain at all or any palpitations, just obviously sit down, calm yourselves down and try and relax a little bit. And obviously if that persists, then obviously we'll need to get medical attention, okay? But just take your time. Obviously you're doing the class under your own same, so just take care of yourself is what you're doing. Okay, so it's Friday, let's get going, and here we go. So we're going to start off by nice and steady marching on the spot. Nothing that we haven't done before. You can do all these exercises, all these moves today that I'm demonstrating from a chair or standing. It's always wise to use a chair, like a dining chair, so it's got something a bit of a sturdy back, alright? So that's always a good thing to do because you don't want to be slouching down into the chair. So we're going to nice and steady, marching on the spot or marching in the chair, whichever is easiest for you. Okay, and then from there what we're going to tend to do is we're going to do some shoulder rolls. I'm going to take my shoulders up and I'm going to roll them back again. Taking it up and rolling it back. So I'm just showing you from side on, okay? And the reason why we always tend to roll them back is purely because it just helps with posture. As soon as you roll them back, you're in that position. Makes you feel good, makes you feel proud. When you tend to roll them forward, it tends to get you in that down position and just decreases that posture. So we want to really open that chest, really open you up today. Okay, nice steady little march as well. And then from there, we're going to increase that range. So as if we're coming out here now then. So again, all of these exercises, all these moves do have a purpose. We're not just doing them again, well, to keep you fit, which obviously that is the plus side of it, but there is a purpose to them, okay? So it does help you with your day-to-day life, and that's exactly what we're trying to do, okay? And then relax again, just shaking those hands, and we're going to take 2 steps to my left, so which will be your right, so we're going to go 1, 2, and we're going to tap the inside of our foot if we can. If you find this difficult, you can tap the inside of your knee. Just like so. Keeping it nice and steady. Phil's here today as well. I think Craig might be in. He tends to pop in. So obviously have a little chat, and obviously if there's any alternatives you can do and offer, they'll be there on hand as well. Okay. Right, so back into the centre. 1, 2. And then we're going to do some big shoulder rolls. Now obviously we're trying to increase the range of motion. That's why we've gone just from a shoulder roll, and we've just increased that then to a full arm roll then coming back, okay? Again, people's mobility may be different in the shoulders and the arms, so please regress as to what you see fit, okay? So just taking it back, rolling it through, And Philip sent me just before the class, tell me about the football results. Thank you very much, Phil. Put me in a really good mood. And then back into a nice little steady march again then. Good. From there we're going to tap the outer part of our foot now. And no, we're not doing a German dance. No, we're not. We're just tapping the out part of our foot. Okay? Just tapping. So just increasing that range and just trying to get you to stretch that a little bit down to your heel of the foot. Okay? So yes, so good morning to Craig's dad. I don't know his actual name, so I need to find that out. Craig's dad, Andrew, I know Andrew's watching, and there's a couple of other comments I've seen coming in which I haven't quite looked at yet, which I will do soon. And back into a nice little steady march. So from there, feet hip width apart, taking the knees just off lock, bringing the elbows in nice and tight, as we always do. Turn to the side, back to the centre, and back into the side again. I just really like doing these mobility exercises purely because they're nice and easy, but it also really gets the body nice and warmed up, ready for what we're about to do, okay? It's nothing like going into something that's when you feel quite cold. That's when you tend to pull muscles, and it's doing the simplest things. So perhaps if you're wringing out a dishcloth or wringing out a flannel or picking up a pencil, that's when you hear people say, oh, I pulled my back, how did you do that? By picking up a pencil, and you think, how did you do that? So again, it's so important to warm up these muscles. Back into a nice little steady march on the spot. Let's increase that heart rate again. And as I always do, let's get a touch on the camera. Boom, walking straight into there. David Williams is probably briefly nipped in. Excellent. So brilliant. Janine, I think you've seen in there. So back into a nice little steady march. Okay, right from there, we're going to take our feet a little bit wider than shoulders, okay? My shoulders are not that big. Hands to the side. We're not doing a penguin, we're going to go from side to side as we're doing it. Okay, keeping our backs nice and straight, so I'll show you from the side. Okay, so we're not leaning forwards or backwards, it's a side to side movement. And again, what we're doing here is mobilizing that lower part of the back. So if indeed you do have a back issue, this is really, really good one to do. Again, first thing in the morning, even if you're laid in bed, just to put the knees up, feet flat on the bed, and then just stretch, trying to touch those heels of the feet. Okay, really good. Again, simple exercises, but really, really, really effective. Okay, back into a nice little steady marching spot, and let's pick it up. Let's go into those hamstring curls as I always do. And again, the reason why I do this is because, again, I'm strengthening and mobilizing my knee and my quads, okay? So the front parts of the legs, okay? That's the reason why I tend to do this one, and it seems for me, it's the most effective way for me to do it. Okay, so from there, what we're going to do is bring in a chest press. Now, so we're going to do a little bit of coordination now. Again, it's something as we tend to get older, something we don't tend to do, and we lose a little bit of. Okay, so I always bring it in. And then from there we're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg. So again, working, challenging those brains. And I need to challenge mine. I really do. And then as we take both hands then, place them on the small back, squeeze those shoulder blades together. If you find that a little bit difficult, what you can do is just go into a march, alright? So it's up to you what you want to do. You either keep with the hamstring curls or you can just do a march. From there, we're going to go into the infamous heel digs, tapping our heels on the floor, nice and steady, okay? And it's a nice, again, simple movement, but what we tend to be doing here is stretching those hamstrings dynamically, okay? So then as you take a step forward then with your right leg, we're going to hold on to something if you need to, and we're going to sit back into that stretch. You should feel the stretch from the top of the knee, right to that back part of that leg. It's something that can be quite tight, and again, if you do have a bad back, it can be pulling on that lower back as well, and slowly bringing out. Again, a couple more, but we're going to bring in some bicep curls into it. Just tapping our shoulders, and then bringing it back. Tapping our shoulders, taking it back down. So from there then, what we're going to do is take a step forward with your left leg. Hands on our hips again, sit into that stretch. You really feel it. Mine seem to be a little bit tight today, so I haven't got to sit down far before they can feel them start to pull. Alright. So we're only going to hold it roughly for about 10 seconds. and then come back up out of the stretch. Most of the stretches that we do, we tend to hold for about 10 to 15 seconds, alright? So the reason is we don't want to overstretch them, but we want to warm them, stretch them enough so they actually develop. Okay, so from there we're going to go into some crossovers. Again, I'm going to try and go at an angle so you can kind of see and get a better view of what I'm doing. Again, remember, go at your own pace. That's the most important thing. And we're going to touch then the outer part of our knee. So twisting that a little bit more. Twisting the night away. That's it. And then from there, into those side steps and a shoulder press. We're going to go 60 style into John Travolta territory. Whoosh. Getting those hands in. Saturday Night Fever time. And then what we're going to do then is take both legs up, good feet, and we're going to take both hands, put them one on top of each other and stretch all the way up to the top. All the way up as far as we can see. No, I'm not that tall, it's just the camera. I'm not a camera. Stretch it up as high as you can and then slowly bring them back down. Excellent, well done. Keep it going, everyone. From there, we're going to do the tap back. So we take a step back, push off the ball of my foot and bring the feet together. And again, what we're doing on this one is stretching the calf muscles, okay? That's perfect. And then as you take a step back with your left leg, you're going to hold that there. Hands in the hips, bend the front knee and tilt the body forward, okay? You'll find out quite quickly if the stance isn't correct for you. You'll either put, the heel will be up off the floor and there'll be too much weight on that leg. And then relax. Then we're going to go into our forward raises with a tap back, okay? So from the front, as you can see, I'm only bringing my hands roughly up to about shoulder height, okay? I'm just pushing off the back. I don't know if you can see my feet, same colour as the tiles. And then as you take a step back then with your right leg, hold it there, hands and hips, bend the front knee and lean slightly forward into the stretch. There we go. 3, 2, 1, out of that stretch, back into a march. Into those high knees again, and we're going to bring in that shoulder press. That is perfect. Keep it going, everybody. We're nearly there. We're nearly there for the warm-up. We've got that heart pumping. We've got it going through. And then opposite arm, opposite leg, stretching up as high as we can. As high as we can. Stretching all the way up. Really stretching the side parts of our body. We're also working on balance, doing some high knees, okay? There we go. Last couple of seconds there for me, and then from there, let's see if we can clap underneath. So getting our hands to go underneath. So if you sat down in a chair, keep the butt chest up nice and high. There's the beepers. Perfect. So what we're going to do is have a little bit of rest. Okay, right hand. So what we're going to do, if I can hold it. So, what we're going to do is, as I said, we're going to do 30 seconds of exercises and 30 seconds rest. We've got 10 exercises to do, alright? And then what we're going to do is have 2 minutes rest, and then we're going to repeat those activities from there. So, the equipment, let me just have a little look, see who's here. Hello, Phil. Hello, Lynette. What's happening? Bit of a wave there. Is that Craig's dad? Everyone's here. Andrew's here, Lynette's here. Everyone's there. Janine, I think Janine's here. So it's a good couple. Yeah, so give us a hi, like at the bottom as well, so we know that you're here. Phil can give you a shout out as well. It's always nice to have a chat with people. So yeah, as I was saying, we're going to do 30 seconds of exercises, 30 seconds of rest. That's going to be the format for today, keeping it nice and simple. I have changed some of the activities, but we can have a little look at those. So today what I'm going to be using is just going to be using 2 tins. If you do want to use anything heavier, you can do is obviously use some, as Craig always does, put a bag, put some books in, or if you've got some bands or some weights within your house, that'd be perfect as well. You can always substitute those. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to do is a twist with a chest press. So like we did in the warm-up, okay, we turn to the side, okay, but this time when we turn to the side, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Back to the centre, turn to the side again, 1, 2, and 3. If you notice as well, I'm actually pivoting, turning on my foot, okay? So size that. Reason for that is because I don't want to hurt my knee. If you do have any knee issue, that's something you really need to be mindful of. Turn, allow the hips to turn. So the biggest difference is when we're in the warm-up, we keep those hips facing forward. In this one, I want you to turn those hips so you're facing to the side of the wall of your room or house or wherever you are. So that's the first one. Okay, so let's get ready to go. So if you want to grab your weights, make sure everything's all around you that you need, any chairs, any water or anything like that, and we'll get ready to go. Okay, so ready, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So let's turn to the side, 1, 2, 3, turning back to the center, turn, 1, 2, 3, back to the center again, 1, 2, 3, I don't know why I'm holding the weights like that, 1, 2, 3, we just want to get a turn, a consistent turn, 1, 2, 3, turn to the side, 1, 2, 3, we're in here, 3, 2, 1, and rest, excellent, well done. So the next one, what we're going to do, I don't think we've done this one before, so you may want to grab a chair or even 2 chairs for support for this one, and what I want you to do is you're going to kick out and then you're going to do a circle, 1, 2, 3. So we're working on hip mobilization here, okay, and we're also strengthening our hip flexors. So bringing it around to the front, tiny little muscles here. Again, how high you want to do, let me pause that so you know. How high you want to lift the leg, it's entirely up to you, okay? You might only want to lift it to there. So this can be done seated or standing, and as you can see, I'm using 2 chairs for balance. If you want to make it harder, take 1 chair away, and make it even harder again, use no support. Okay, right then, so let's go, ready to go, 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So we're going to kick out, 2, 3, bring it down, take it forward, 1, 2, 3, ballerina moves here now, and then 1, 2, 3, bring it down, and then we go 1, 2, 3. So let's see if we can go in the opposite direction now. So I think I was going that way, so we're going to go the other way, 1, 2, 3, kick it out again, back the other way, 1, 2, 3, excellent, and we'll rest here because I don't want to do opposite legs. Perfect, well done, so hope you enjoyed that one again. It's a nice and simple one. You may not think, oh, it's not getting me out of breath, but it is actually really working those hip flexors for here. The next one we're going to go into is something more familiar. We're going to do a shoulder press with a side step, okay? Now obviously if you want to make it easier, you can just do a side step or just do the shoulder one. It's entirely up to you. If you're in a chair, make sure your back is nice and upright on there. So we're going to go in 3, 2, and go. Taking it up above our arms, above our head. If you find it difficult, just go as far as you can. And remember to go at your own pace. Keep it going, everybody. Well done. Everyone's flying today. It's Friday. I don't even know if it matters anymore if it's Friday because everything all seems to be the same. That's it. Taking our arms above our head. There we go. But the rules are relaxing, hopefully. 2, 1, and bringing those shoulders back down. Excellent. Right. So from there, nice and simple one. We've done this all before. It's a nice goldie but oldie, as they always say. We're going to do some sit to stands. If you find this difficult or you need another little bit of a challenge and can't come out of the chair, we're just going to do some leg extensions. Okay. If you do want to put a bicep curl in there, feel free. Okay. So nice and simple, some squats. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So nice sit to stands. As you can see, my tempo is a lot slower than what I was doing on Wednesday. Again, we've got a little bit more time, so I've decreased my tempo so I can end up doing it for longer. Okay. The tendency is you tend to keep at the same speed, and then we just get too tired or it gets to a point where we think we can't do this anymore. Okay, 2, 1, and rest. Excellent. Right, so we're going to move on to the next one, which is quite a tough one. This is going to work the shoulders, okay? Shoulders are only small muscles. So what we're going to do is a nice little pedal on march, and we're going to take our arms out to the side and then out to the front. Out to the side and then out to the front. Okay, so it's a forward and a lateral raise. Okay, I'm going to use the weights on this one. You don't have to, it's up to you. We're going to go in 3, in 2, in 1, and straight into it. So out to the side, out to the front. As you can see, I'm only bringing the weights up to shoulder height, not taking up any higher. I know from the front it does look like I'm taking them a little bit higher than that, going up to my mouth, but from the side you can get a little bit better perspective from there. Okay, again, I'm only using weight tins, but I don't have to use a lot, and I can really feel it already. All in my shoulders are hurting. Good job, there's only 3 seconds left. 2, 1, perfect. Right, so we're going to move on to the next one. So this one now, what we're going to do is we're going to do some kickbacks. Okay, taking our leg back. So again, we're working on our hips and our bum. Okay, that's it. We have a little visitor. Do you want to put her in the bin? Right in, we have a little visitor. Hello. You going to take you in the bin? Good boy, putting your rubbish away. Well done, kick your back. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go 3, 2, 1. Got distracted then, so let's do some kickbacks. Got distracted, kicking back. Nice and simple one. Okay, so from the side it looks like that. Try and keep, as you kick your back, in line with your hip. Okay, so I'm using a chair for support on this one. Again, it's a nice simple exercise to do, but the simple ones are working the smallest muscles, and sometimes those are the most important. Okay, especially in this case because it keeps us mobile. 2, 1, and relax right in. So now what we're going to do is go into some punches with some weight. So indeed, whatever you want to try and do, you can use a heavy weight, small weight, lesser weight. It's entirely up to you what we're going to do. So again, all we're doing is standing, feet hip width apart, knees slightly off log, and we're going to drive through. If you want to mix it up a bit and punch to the side or punch up above, it's up to you what you want to do. It's your workout. So we're going 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's punch it through. So we're keeping a nice steady rhythm. There we go. That's him. Taking it back and through. That's it, punch it through. And then I'm going to mix it up, I'm going to punch to the sides. As I said, we've got about 10 seconds left. That's it. And then I'm going to punch it above, a couple of seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Perfect. So again, that kind of works all over what we're trying to do. Next one now, we're going to be doing lunges with weight. So I'm going to use the, well, you don't have to use weight, because obviously your hands are occupied, but if you want to use a chair for support, you feel free. Obviously, if you're thinking, oh, I can't do that, then my legs are really hurting, you can do some dips or some kickbacks. Okay, so that's the alternative to do. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and off we go. I'm going to take a step forward, I'm going to bend the knee as far as I can go, and then I'm going to slowly come back up. So I'm going to focus on technique as we're doing it, guys. So take a step forward, bend both knees and come back up. So by adding weight, what I'm doing is I'm making it more difficult for myself when I push back up. Okay, now obviously I'm going down as low as I can go. Obviously for you guys, it may only be to there. You may be even going down further than I am, which is great. 2, 1, and relax. Perfect, right there. So we're going to go into another favourite one. I'm going to keep the weights in my hand, and we're going to do some upright rows with some side steps. Some upright rows with some side steps. Again, as you can see, we're doing quite a lot of hip work today. Alright, so some side steps with upright row. Okay, so when we're ready, we're going to go in 3, I missed it, 3, 2, 1, there we go. So upright rows with some side steps. Perfect, that's good. Taking our arms, bringing our hands up to the chin if we can. If you can't, just take it up as high as you can. And again, just really work and keep that back nice and straight. I'll show you from the side. There we go. And then the next one, again, we're going to work a little bit on hips. So if you find it difficult, you can do some bicep curls. I'm going to go through that. 2, 1, excellent. Right, so this next one. Again, it may look like a bit of a ballerina move, but what we're going to be doing. So if you want to use a chair for support, it would be in front. You're going to take it out. We're going to do, again, a couple of circles and then bring it back down. Actually, we're not. We're going to take it out and then bring it around. As if we're stepping over a gate or stepping over a little wall, taking it out to the side and bring it around. Now, be mindful of the hips. Obviously, if you had a hip operation or anything like that, you pause that. Be very, very mindful. If you're thinking, oh, I really can't do that, Scott, that's something I really can't do. What we can do then, again, is looking at some bicep curls. Okay, or what we can do is revisit that chest press. Okay, right, so either the leg movements or the upper body, it's up to you. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So take it out to the side, as if we're stepping over that wall. Take it out and bring. Now, obviously, I do realise we don't tend to get over or lift the leg up over this precisely, but I really just want to concentrate on the hip rotation, okay? This is where all our power is, all our strength is around here. I think Craig mentioned it's like a wire mesh around here. This is where all our strength and the core comes from. So having a good strength and strengthen the muscles around here is really, really good. 2, 1, and relax. I'm going to get a touch on arm. Boom! Smack it right out of the way. Perfect. So we got 2 minutes rest, everybody. So as you can see, it's a little bit of leg work today, working on it. But it is so important because obviously we walk, we run, we move, we go everywhere. And everything's going to take us there is our legs. So if you find it a little bit difficult, again, I've got some upper body workouts or alternatives we can do there. So I hope Craig's dad's still here. I hope Andrew's still here. Janine. I'm flicking through Lynette's having problems with internet. Glennis Hill, hey! And Royston's all here. Excellent. Good effort. Tommy K's had a little peek in, I think, by the look of him. Excellent. Perfect. So everyone's doing really well at the moment. Just keep it going. All right. Yes, Andrew, get touch. Boom. Smacking it out of there. So what we're going to do is go back to our first one, which is those twists with a chest press. Okay. As I said, with the legs, just be very, very mindful. Again, I'm working on a lot of hip work today. Okay. Again, it can be kind of an area that we can't tend to neglect, but it's full of area of little muscles as well. All right. And obviously those are our stabilizing muscles, so they help us balance, help us move. And those sometimes can be the most important ones as well. Okay, right then, so let's get ready for it. We got about 40 seconds left, so grab our weights, or in this case my tins. And what we're going to do is take a nice steady stance. Easy for some people say, not for me, but it seems. Okay, so we've got 20 seconds left. So again, with this one, it's very important. Just keep a nice stable base. I'm going to keep my arms out in front of me this time, and then go to the side, and then go 1, 2, 3, and then take it back to the center. Keep the move nice and controlled. I would rather see 3 or 4 good ones than people rushing it through and trying to keep up. Try and do them as correctly as you can. Okay, that will benefit you a lot more. So you're going to go 3, in 2, down 1, turn to the side, 1, 2, 3, back to the center, 1, 2, 3. Why don't we go to the center? Yeah, we'll do 3 in the center, 2, 3 in the center, turn to the side, 1, 2, 3, back to the center, pushing out, 1, 2, 3. So little things like that, again, it's making it harder. 2, 3, back to the center, 1, 2, 3. It is making it harder. 1, 2, 3, and hold it there. Get a rest. That did make it hard. Get a touch from that one, guys. Boom, you really did work hard on that. That did, I surprised myself. So again, what we're going to do is into those kick circles. So these ones, again, can be done down in the chair, and that is an important one to do. So you can kick forward and go to the side and bring it back, and then do it there. So obviously what we're going to do is kind of bring our foot inwards first, okay, and then we'll take our foot out. Alright, so you can do this sitting or standing, it's up to you. Let's go. So I'm going to take my foot forward, 1, 2, 3, swap it over, 1, 2, 3. Again, you can see it's going to be quite a difficult one to do if you didn't use any support. So 1, 2, 3, back to the other leg, 1, 2, 3. We're going to go the opposite way now, so we're going to go out. So as you can see, I'm really struggling to balance. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, excellent, well done, we got it in there. We got it in there. Right, so now into our shoulder press. Weights just like so. Keeping our arms up nice and high, in line with our shoulders. Pushing it up. Just be mindful, what we tend to do on this one is sometimes you tend to want to stick your chest out and use your back. Okay, we don't want to use those muscles, we want to use our shoulder ones. Okay, so we're going to go in. How many times can I say okay today? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Taking our arms above our head. There we go. And if indeed you want to bring something in with the legs, you can do a heel dig if you want to. So I'll do a heel dig. That's what I'm going to do, I think. And then instantly, that makes it a little bit harder. Straight away. Again, you can do this from sitting down. Just make sure you sit on the edge of the chair And you keep your back nice and straight for me. Chest high. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. My shoulders are burning today. They are absolutely on fire. Excellent. So we're going to go back now to our squats, to our sit to stands. So nice and simple one. Alright. So we're going to sit on the edge of the chair. Again, if you've got an armchair, you can use those arms to push up. Okay. If you find it's a bit easier, what you can do is go to the back and you can do some squats from there, which I will demonstrate. 3, 2, 1. So we're going to squat down as slow as we can go and push back up. Okay. So as you're going down, alright, you're using your quadriceps. As you're pushing up, you're using, other way around, you're using your hamstrings to go down, pushing your quads to go up. Okay. So it is really stretching both the front and back parts of the legs. Also, you're holding your stomach in, chest high, back straight. Again, using your core strength as well. So you can see it's not just one you're working all over here. Perfect. Well done. Superb guy. Moving on to the next one, which is those shoulders again. We're going to do a forward and a lateral raise. So we're going to go up. I sound like a radio DJ. So we're going to take our arms forward and take them out to the side again. I add a little march on this one, just to distract my body from what my arms are doing and the pain. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Out to the side, out in front, out to the side, out in front. So keep it going, everybody. Okay, it's a lot of work on upper body and hip work today. I've kind of targeted pretty lot, to be honest. I'm trying to think now. Targeted a lot of the body. Going at a pace that suits you. Again, adding something with the legs, and even just thinking about something really does distract from the fact of what you're doing. Okay. 2, 1, and rest again. So now what we're going to go is into those kickbacks. Okay. So if indeed you want to kick back like so, you can do. I don't know why I had a little hop in it. You can do, or you can, from there you can go forward. All right. So again, if you find it difficult, think I can't do that, Scott. Honestly, what we can do again is look at some bicep curls, so working the front part of our arm. Okay, I'm going to use the chair for support on this one. It's up to you, you don't have to. And we're going to kick back, extend back. So as you can see, biggest difference for me from this one and from Wednesday, I'm not so out of breath, but I'm working important muscles, and they're just as important as the ones we did on Wednesday. So it's a good idea to mix up your training. Okay, gone are the days when people say, oh, you need to break sweat, you need to sweat. Not always, not always. 2, 1, and relax again. Right, we're going to go into those punches. Okay, so I've got my tins ready. I've got my tins. Who's here? I can see a wave there. Yes, Tom Bradley just briefly switched in, so I'll give him a little bit of wave. He probably strolled down. Okay, so we're going to go in 10 seconds time. So with this one, we're going to punch forward, and then I'll switch it up as we go along. Okay, so we're going to go in 5, 4, 2, 1. Here we go. So we're going to punch it forwards. Punch forward. Let's start punching. Taking it forward. Then we're going to take it to the side. Take it to the side now. Twisting that upper body. And then we're going to take it above our head. Above our head. If indeed you want to put a march into it, you can do. And then last 10 seconds, let's punch out as fast as we can. Last 10 seconds, let's go, let's go. Push it forward, push it forward, push it forward, push. It's funny, I see my arms go so far. 2, 1, and rest. Superb one. Well done. So now we're going to go into those lunges. If you find this difficult, what you can do is some kickbacks or some dips in the chair like we did on Wednesday. It's up to you. Okay, I'm going to concentrate on my legs because I've just done an upper body one. So I'm going to work on my legs, which is lunges. You can use 2 chairs for support. It's up to you. And if you want to use weights, you can do also, which I'll show you what to do. 2, 1. So step forward, bend both knees, pushing back up. Okay. So if you notice, both my knees are at 90 degrees. A lot of people tend to take a bigger step forward. That's quite difficult. Okay. So this is the reason why I'm sticking down here, because I'm distributing the weight between the 2 of my knees and thighs. Okay. When you take a step forward, it tends to be more on the one leg, okay? So be mindful again, only go as far as you can feel, as you feel. One, and those lunges are done. Excellent, we're in those upright rows now. Upright rows and some heel digs, okay? We've got 1 minute left of working out, that is it. Time is flying by. 1 minute of working out, and that is it. Guys, fair play. It's a Friday, just coming to the midday. Let's work it hard, let's get it well. Let's work, burn a couple more calories before lunch. We're gonna go in 5, 2, 1. Off we go. So upright rows with a heel dig. Upright rows with a heel dig. And then what we're going to do is switch it up. We're going to take it out to the back. Take some step tap backs with a heel, with upright row now. And that's it, mixing it forward. And now we're going to take our feet out to the side. So again, keeping you concentrating, keeping you thinking. And then back up to the front again. Some heel digs. That's it, well done. Well done for keeping up. Superb. Well done. Excellent. Superb on that one. Yeah, touch, guys. Boom. Shh. Right then. So now where we are on is the last one. So working on hip rotation. Okay. So we're going to get over the gate. Like so. All football one. Over the gate. And then we're going to take it back this time. Okay. So be very, very mindful of the hips and the movement and mobility you have in there. Okay. You don't have to take the knee up all the way. So you're going 3, 2, 1. We're going to do one that way and then one back. Swapping over legs. So one bringing it forward and one taking it back. Okay, same again with the other side. Bring it forward, down, and then taking it back. Okay, same with the other side. Turn the foot out, stepping over and stepping back. Obviously, again, the idea is that if you're stepping over high steps, this is the movement that you'll be doing. Don't do it this accurately, okay? But that's what we're trying to do. And relax, everybody. Yeah, touch. Boom. Excellent. Well done. Fair play, guys. Worked really hard today. It's Friday, so let's enjoy the weekend. Okay, so let's go into the... But before we do, let's cool down. Okay, so back into a nice little steady march on the spot. Right then, so from there what we're going to do is some bicep curls. So I'm going to bring my hands up, touching my shoulders, and then take you back down again. Nice and simple movement. We're going to lower our heart rate down. Okay, that's what we're doing, that's what a cool down means. We're not physically cooling down, we're lowering our heart rate. Obviously, as we slow down, our heart rate decreases, we will start to cool down as well. Alright then, so from there we're going to do our hamstring curls. So I'm going to move nice and slowly on this one. Alright, and from there I'm going to do a chest press as well. Keep it going. Keeping it going. And then back into a march, taking both hands again, place them on the small of our backs and squeezing our shoulder blades together. If you find this difficult, just take both hands to the side and squeeze your shoulder blades. Pretty much like if you're Superman, flying through the air, keep it nice and steady, and then slowly bringing it forward again. Right in. From there, we're going to go into some heel digs again. As you can see, I've really started to slow things down now, not going as quick, and we're going to do the bicep curls as well on this time. But I'm only going to do them on my one foot as I tap it out. Okay, so I really want to slow it down. And if you do like some really good relaxation, okay, don't forget Craig's TMW was this morning, and also there's another one on Monday morning as well. What a perfect way to start the week. Okay, getting nice and relaxed, building you up mentally as well as physically, get you relaxed, ready for the week ahead. So yeah, that's Monday morning at 9 o'clock, okay? As you take a step forward then with your right leg, hold it there, hands on your hips, and sit back into the stretch. And also keep you there again on Monday at 11 o'clock for our gentle exercise as well, to mix it up so you don't always see my face, you see Craig's all the time as well, and Phil's always tapping away on his keyboards, lightning fingers he is, and back up, and a couple of more heel digs, just like so. So we're all here as a team, and as you take a step forward the other leg, hold it there, and sitting back. So if you do miss us, just give us a little bit of a shout out. And if you need anything to call you or whatever you think we can help with, please don't hesitate to get in contact. And slowly come back out again, back into a nice little march, into those side steps again, just to loosen up those hips. And also, it's probably Phil, just probably put up there, Craig and Phil will be on, I think it's 12:15, with a cup of social and hobnob. And you can have a little chat to them both as well. And they obviously try and help you out as much as you can. And then from there, we're going to do a shoulder press, taking the arms up. There we go. I think Craig had done one yesterday. A 90-year-old woman was on there with him yesterday. Superb. Look at that. Getting straight in. And then taking one hand on top of the other and stretching right up to the top. Tech-savvy 90-year-old. That's what we want. Look at that. Who said I can't do that because of my age? Prime example. Age is but a number. That is perfect. And then slowly relax, bringing those arms down. Then we're going to do some tap backs. Take a step back, but this time I'm going to allow that heel to touch that floor. Okay, that is perfect. Allow the heel to touch the floor. As we take a step back then, okay, with your left leg, I'm going to hold that there. Hands on my hips again, bend the front knee and lean slightly forward. Okay, I hope you can kind of all see, because at the moment I can just see the comments, I can't see my feet. So, and then relax. Couple more tap backs as well. So the important thing, another important thing to look out for is when you do take a step back, try and get both feet, so I'm stepping back with my right leg now, try and get both feet to point to 12 o'clock. I know a lot of people tend to put that one foot out and they think I'm not feeling that stretch at all. That's because you need to have your foot at 12 o'clock. There's a reason why. And then from there back in to a nice little steady march on the spot as well. So yeah, so guys, thank you very much. And again, we can't thank you enough for all the support that you do have been giving us over the past 101 days, is it? 101 days. Thank you very much for the support and everything. And thanks for tuning in and coming in, week out and doing and listening to us and doing the activities that we set out for you to do. I know obviously it's quite difficult because we can't see you. Okay, but honestly, thank you very much, and I hope we do it correctly. And obviously, if there's anything that you think, oh, I'm struggling on, please don't hesitate to get in contact with us. So again, a big thank you from myself, Craig and Phil for tuning in and supporting us all for 101 days. Wow, that's a lot. Thanks very much again, guys. Okay, don't forget, Phil and Craig are here, and have a good all. Have a massively good